Hi there, Dave Schwartz here, author of Roll the Bones, The History of Gambling, which is now available in the Casino Edition, and it is out on Amazon and everywhere else in a new printing for the low retail price of $21.95 and possibly even lower on Amazon. So pick up a copy if you've not already done so. Great deal. Today I'm talking about Chapter 16 of the book, which is called All In, Gambling's Global Spread, and as you can guess, talks about the spread of casino gaming around the world in the 20th century. And I start with some context. The big boom of gambling in Europe from 1650 to 1850, how does that compare with the current boom? Well, I think the current boom is bigger, and we'll see why. I begin my geographical survey of the world by talking about Japan. And even though Japan doesn't have casinos, it does have the game of pachinko. Pachinko is kind of like a vertical pinball machine merged with a slot machine. And it's technically not casino gambling, but there is a lot of it in Japan. And Japan is a huge gambling country. Then I go to Macau and I tell the whole story, beginning with the legalization of casinos back in the 19th century, going all the way up through the reopening of the franchise to competitive bidding in 2002, and the success of American companies there, including Wynn, Las Vegas Sands, and MGM, in the past 10 years. And really, Macau is the story of the 21st century in gambling, so far at least. Then I talk a little bit about other Asian countries, South Korea, the Philippines, even North Korea for a little bit. There's actually a casino there, interesting story. Singapore gets quite a good deal of attention because of the recent opening of 2 casinos there, and Singapore becoming, in some estimates, the second leading gaming market in the world. So Singapore, very important. Australia, another country that is huge in gambling but doesn't always get its due. Australians per capita might be the biggest gamblers in the world. So I talk about them, talk about casinos in Australia, which are a big deal. Then it's heading across the Pacific to Canada, north of the border of the United States, talking about casinos there, how they've developed, then south of the border down to Latin America. After that, we go across the Atlantic to South Africa. I talk about Sun City casinos and Saul Kersner and the development of casinos in South Africa after the end of apartheid and some of the changes there. I close the chapter by going back up north to Europe, where we began a lot of the talk of casinos back in the first and second chapter, talking about what happened there. And I've got interesting stuff about a lot of countries there, including something that I really thought was going to be of interest, but it turned out wasn't so much, but still in this edition. And that is the existence of a legal casino in Nazi Germany. And originally, because of the History Channel being so big in what they're into, I figured, well, History Channel is going to come knocking, to produce this special Hitler's Casino. They're going to want the rights to this stuff, and they're going to want to hire me as a researcher or whatever for this. Actually, it didn't happen, but History Channel, if you're out there, still willing to talk. Also, there's a lot more stuff about Europe, a lot about Great Britain, a lot about the former Soviet bloc and Russia, so a ton of stuff there. And I end the chapter with a segue into what's going to be the next phase of gambling growth and casino growth in some ways, online gaming. And that's it for that chapter. And you have to wait for online gaming in chapter 17, which is the final chapter, which is coming up soon. So that's all I have to say about chapter 16. If you'd like to know more about the book, including the all-important question of where to order it, you can go to rollthebonesbook.com. Thank you very much.